So here's a little tour of my soap studio. So we have the sink area at the back and the table where I make all my products. My curing racks at the back over there. And I've got a display shelf and my little bookshelf here. So trying to keep everything tidy, hanging up my brushes and brooms behind the door. Got my candle melter, my scales, my heat pad, and all my essential oils under here, and jars and jugs. Got some other jugs hung up here as well. My ingredients, some ingredients under the sink. And this was the bench top that I found on Marketplace, so it was just actually on its own, and we've put the metal framework underneath it. I'm thrilled with it. It's perfect length. It's just stunning. It really fits in really well. Above the sink I've got my soap artworks, the antique prints that I got on Etsy. These ones are all Pears soaps. I've got a few others over there which I'll show you. So yeah, my workbench, I've got all my spatulas, goggles, my heat gun is in here as well. And then I've got my spoons and other thermometers as well in here. My scale, I've got a second scale here which I also use. Been using cardboard on here only because this is just so beautiful and I really don't want to mark it, so I've just had the cardboard down at the moment, just protecting it as I'm making my soaps. I'm just about to make a batch of my red clay soap, so I've got my red clay dissolved there in the olive oil, and my olive oil's there, and I've got my coconut oil just melting down on the stove. Just at the moment I've got a lot of things stored under the table just because I don't have my cupboard yet, so a lot of this stuff will go away in the cupboard, which I'm going to put there. I'm going to remove the TV, which was here before we turned it into a studio. So once that cupboard is there, I shall be able to clear up under here a little bit better. It's my bookshelf, just got some books, herbs and DIY books. These are my business cards, just a little bit about us and why we're doing what we're doing, some flyers for when people come to my class. They're welcome to grab a flyer to share with someone if they want to. More books and my soap making books, one of my candles, and this is probably my favourite soap print just because it's Manchester, England, which is very close to my hometown, so a bit of a soft spot there in Manchester. And here are my beautiful bentwood chairs, all individual, all different, and I just think they just had so much character. I love that they've all come together from different homes, and now they're all here, just providing nice visual seating arrangement as well for guests. We've got here my I've got a wooden block that I painted. I actually painted that just before our very first market that we did, and the first market that we did, we had we just had a bowl of lemons for sale from our garden and some marmalade, I believe, and I was really there just trying to promote the chickens, the fact that we breed chickens, and I had some upcycled things as well. I'd painted a table and a wicker basket, and so just back then it was before soap actually, and I really like that because it's kind of where it all started. That's when I first started the Instagram. Got one of our loofahs, one of our homegrown loofahs there by the window, and this is our little country hutch, which was brown and not very pretty, and so we just painted that, and it's come up really, really nicely. It was just the Dulux hog bristle quarter that we used. And I've got my all-purpose balms here, and along this shelf is just all the botanicals, clays, flowers, all the things that I use in my soap. So just, they're so pretty. I think it's a shame for them to be in a cupboard, and they were in my pantry for so long. It's really nice to have them out now on view. Some of my candles. I store a lot of my products in another room with all my market supplies, but I'm probably going to start to move all my products mostly into here, as I do less markets probably. My other vintage prints up here, Lifebuoy Sew, that's a pretty cool one. I like this one. That's another Pears one. Got our plants. You can see this is a garage. I was trying to decide whether I would cover that door up or whether I would just leave it, and you know what, it doesn't bother me. I do wonder whether I will run out of space on these curing racks, and I may end up putting curing racks there in front of the door, which would kind of cover that a little bit. But we have, so I've got just some orders that have been placed in here. I'm just keeping those separate, and then these are my soaps that are curing at the moment. I cure for 4 to 6 weeks, and recently just started stamping all of my soaps as well, so it's nice to see them all stamped and cured. And then once they've been cured, at the moment, because I don't have my cupboard, they are actually staying out here. It would be better to be able to put them away because I'm using essential oils, the smell doesn't stick so well when they're left out, so they're better off if they're placed in a cupboard so that their smells can basically stay a bit stronger. These are just a variety of different soaps that I've made. And up on here is my soap cutter, and then down on this shelf is some of my packaging supplies. I've got my tissue paper, my packaging, some of my boxes and bags, and tape and scissors and things like that. This is again, I was trying to decide whether I would put a separate stainless steel bench kind of along here, but I think at the moment when I'm packing orders I like to just use my bench here, so I'm just going to see how I go. I think once I get the cupboards in here, that's going to make a big difference because I'll be able to store a lot of things in there. So that was a little tour of my new studio, and I really should share a photo of the before picture because it really has transformed into a lovely space, and it's just very, very enjoyable being in here now and having all my supplies here ready, and just being able to create soap and sit down and read through recipes in a really nice, peaceful space. I thought I'd share with you what my soap studio is looking like at the moment. So basically, if I turn around, you can see we have our garage. It's attached to the house, and at the moment it's pretty much a blank canvas, so filled with I actually painted the walls were blue, so we've done the first coat in white. My kids' gym equipment, treadmill, this is not looking like a nice space at the moment. So my vision for the soap studio would be to have my sink and bench along the back there, and then a workbench in the centre here, like a kitchen island bench, and then at the back, in that back corner, I want to do a display with my products, and then have seating in this section here for people who can sit in front of the kitchen island bench where I can do my demos. So as you can see, there's a lot of imagination that is needed to imagine what this is going to look like as a transformed soap studio. But I'm really, really excited to just start step by step, just doing a little bit at a time, and to transform this space. I'm really struggling with with my workspace in the kitchen at the moment, because I've just got so much stuff everywhere, and every time I want to make soaps I have to obviously clean the kitchen out, make sure that the kids aren't in there, and it's quite tricky. So I thought if I make this my own space, then it's just going to make life so much easier. I'm going to be able to upscale my business as well, and yeah, I think it's just going to be a really great space. So watch this space.